What's going on, guys? Adam Snyder here with the Homemade Entrepreneur. So what if I told you you can make $3,000 per week by answering questions? Would that interest you? For most people, they would love to do that. Now, I want to show you a website you can go to. You can sign up. It's free to sign up and just see if you qualify. But you can make $3,000 or more per week by answering questions for other people. And this is how simple it is. Let me show you. Now, before I get into this, I just want to say I'm going to give you some tips based on, because I don't do this personally. Okay, I have two friends that do this. One is like a structural engineer. The second one is an attorney. Okay, so she practices law and stuff like that. Anyway, I'm gonna give you their tips on how you can be successful using JustAnswer.com. So that is what I'm going to talk about, is JustAnswer.com. You can see right here, JustAnswer.com. Now, here's how simple it is. First, how you get paid as an expert is somebody asks an expert a question, they name their price, okay? And if an expert decides, okay, that's a good price, I'm going to answer this question for this person for, $25, $50, whatever it is, $10. Then you go and accept it, and you talk one-on-one online, and if they're satisfied with that answer, you make money, because there is a 100% satisfaction guarantee. That is what makes this so unique, is that even though someone can ask you a question, if they don't like your answer, or it's not the answer, it doesn't actually help their question, doesn't solve their problem, they don't actually have to pay you. So, as an expert, you can answer a bunch of questions and not get paid for it. However, it does show that you're putting in the work, does show that you're helping people out. It's not the exact answer that person was looking for. But don't let that scare you off, all right? So that's all they do. They ask an expert a certain question, okay? They name their price, okay? They find their expert, whatever, and they talk one-on-one, and the expert would answer their question in extreme detail, okay? So sometimes it takes you, a few minutes to, do their whole response. Other times it might take you 15, 20, 30 minutes to get it all out. But just know it does pay extremely well. And you can come read some more stuff here. Here's what I want to show you, is some of their different services that they offer, okay? So all you got to do is go to JustAnswer.com, okay? And up in the top, I think right-hand corner, you're going to see or at the bottom, I believe, become an expert. There it is, okay? You're going to go click on that. Here are some of the things that you can become an expert in. Let me just show you, okay? And there's more categories than what you see here. But, so my friend's one, okay, is engineering, okay? He's some type of structural engineer. I don't know the whole thing, but he does some type of structural engineering, and he gets a lot of questions from builders and people that are looking for, projects or have projects going on. The other one I have, okay, she does, it's more like basic, general legal is probably what she's under. But it's just general questions, not pertaining to a certain thing like criminal, Canada law, traffic, U.S. immigration, anything like that, okay? So that's what they do. But those are only a small portion. There's medical, okay? There's homework. There's probably a lot of people asking questions about homework, essays, calculus, pre-calculus, whatever, writing, math. There's probably people asking just a bazillion questions on that stuff. So there's a lot of things you can do. Now, one of the questions I get on almost every single one of my videos, can you do it in India? I have no idea, okay? I would come over here, and usually there's a frequently asked questions thing, help FAQs. Click on that and see, okay? I don't know if you can do it in India. I know that you can do it in a lot of different countries. They allow it in a bunch of different countries as well. Okay, I don't know how many, I don't remember, but they have it in a bunch of countries. So I'm pretty sure they allow you to become an expert in, the UK, in Australia, in Canada, in Mexico, in the US, in maybe Germany or whatever. There's a lot of places you can do this. However, I don't know about India, so just look into it. So one of the tips that I have for you guys. Now, do you need a license to actually become an expert? No, you don't. You don't need a license, okay? Now, should you have some type of insurance? Should you have some type of legal coverage? Yes, you should. If you are giving legal advice, obviously you need to be a lawyer, okay? If you're going to give, structural engineering advice, you should be an engineer. Now, if you're going to give advice on, parenting or something like that, you don't need to have a degree in parenting, okay? So when it says, ask an expert, become an expert, whatever, they're not looking into extreme background checks and all that stuff, okay? Now, here is why that matters. When somebody asks a question about parenting, and let's say you're a 18-year-old college student, never been a parent, you're not good with kids, whatever, okay? And you go and try to answer that question. If that person that asks the question and is paying the money doesn't believe you're actually helping in any way, then you're not going to make any money. It's that simple, okay? So you need to understand that if you are truly an expert, you should be able to answer any questions. Don't take on a question and take somebody's money and try to just, BS your way through the entire thing and try to make a little bit of money. You have to be an expert. If you're not an expert on any one of those fields, all right, let me go back to them, okay, and go to JustAnswer.com, and up in the top right-hand corner, I think it says offer services or whatever. And so if you don't know you don't know anything about cars, okay, and you don't need to be the Ford certified mechanic, all right? If someone's trying to fix their Ford, F-150, and you say, oh, take it to a Ford dealership, you're probably not going to get any money. But if they ask you a question, oh, my alternator isn't, or my car isn't starting or whatever, and you give them something like, oh, maybe you should check your alternator, maybe it's something with the starter, is there gas in your car, something like that, it might help them out. They probably pay you money because of that. And it doesn't take a certified mechanic to ask, do you have gas in your car? Are you using the right key? Is the battery dead? All this stuff, all right? So just be aware that you don't need to be an expert, or you don't need to be, certified, don't need a college degree, you don't need any of that stuff to do all this thing, okay? Consumer electronics. Look at this one, okay? Let's say you're really good with cameras and video, okay? Good. Maybe you're good with digital cameras, cell phones, Android devices, okay? Phone systems, okay? GPSs, game systems, whatever. Now, I don't know if there's a bunch of people asking questions about all this stuff, but the benefit of this is you can come on here, and obviously the more time you spend on JustAnswers.com, you should be able to get more work. Which leads me into my next tip. You need to put in the time. Especially when you're first starting out, don't take like the jobs that are just extremely expensive, going to make you a lot of money. Because in most cases, the things that are going to cost more money usually require more knowledge. Plus, they also are going to require more on your part. Your answer better be better than anybody else's, okay? Something that they could just Google online, all right? And the third tip that I have for you guys, when you're first starting out, put more effort in the answers. Help that person out. Give them more than they're asking. Because if you do this, okay, and again, I don't do this, but my two friends do it, and this is what they said. If you give more than 100%, what's going to happen is they're going to pay you, okay, and the likelihood of them coming back and being a repeat client of yours is more likely. And that's how you can really make money, is not just getting those one-off questions and you answer it and you make $20, $30, $50, $80, whatever it is. But you get somebody that is always asking questions because they have that Ford F-150 that breaks down every single week. And so every single week they keep coming back, hey, this happened this week, what do you think it is? And the reason why so many people do this and use JustAnswers.com, and there's other sites as well, but for today I'm just going to talk about Just Answers. The reason people do this is because you can go on to Google and you can type it in, hey, my Ford F-150 broke, won't start, need help. But what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to filter through all these answers, and you're going to find little bits and pieces of what you need. But the problem that you're going to face is those little bits and pieces have big chunks missing in between them, okay? And that's the struggle so many people get with YouTube, with Google, and things like that, is they don't get the whole picture. They get little bits and pieces, and then they got to try to fit it all together, and it usually doesn't work out. So that's why I like JustAnswers.com. Now, if you have any questions, okay, you can ask me. Okay, you can ask me down in the comment section below. However, I'd recommend do your research, because like I said, okay, I don't do this. I have 2 friends that do it, but the best way to know if something works or not is for you to personally do it. Okay? Now I know it works. I've seen exactly what they've done, and I see how well they're doing, but you need to know your field. This is a online business opportunity that would work really well. However, if you're going to try to fake it to make it, this is not going to work. Okay? People are going to call you out. People are not going to pay you. You're going to become very tired of answering people's questions and them not liking your response. But it's all because you're going to try to fake it till you make it. That's not going to work in this industry. Okay? It just doesn't. Okay? So don't do it. So again, if you have any questions, let me know. I'll try to help you out the best I can. Go and do your own due diligence. Go and figure out this stuff. Okay? I guarantee you put a little bit of time in on JustAnswers.com. Figure out what you are an expert in. And I guarantee you're going to find success. It may not be today. It may take you a little bit, but you will get there as long as you put in that work. So hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. And I'll see you guys on the next one.